Good morning, Mike the MC, bringing another self-care video, the third one of the same day, but now I'm caught up. So with this one, I'm going to share with you, as far as last week, taking care of all the business that I had to do, everything that was accomplished. Think of this idea of the ant and the spider, or someone who works with community versus someone who likes to work on their own. And I think we all have our strengths and weaknesses, but reflecting on this idea of the ant and the spider, I would share with you, okay, the ant, someone who is loyal, watching what everyone else is doing on the team, learning, okay, if I'm going to work together with a team, I'm going to have to go out and follow other people. I'm going to have to lead people along the way behind me, so that way we all follow in line and bring back to the colony those resources that'll help us flourish and grow. I have to learn to listen to a queen and then abide by what has to be done, and then if there's danger at the colony, I have to come back and protect it. I have to protect it. I have to do what is right and use my strengths and work with my teammates to protect the colony. And that is something to consider as far as the ant's perspective. Being loyal, following the line, trying to help the colony flourish, right? Because it's so populous, right? You got to keep digging also and helping that colony grow as the population grows. Now, as far as the spider, very interesting dynamic. The spider has the abilities beyond the ant as far as using the web, going to different places vertically that are different from the ant, where the ant can climb, but the spider can always lay out with the web ways to travel across distances and make connections that weren't there, using what's available to them. Then leaving the eggs in the egg sacs above, right? So with the queen in the anthill, okay, staying underground for safety, okay, it's a limitation though, because if it rains, it's not so safe. Then with the spider, okay, you could at least have your children safe above the ground and away from predators. Okay, a little better, safer, I would argue. And then go and catch meals, bring them back to the web, and you're safe and ready to go. But see, you're on your own. So the idea I'm trying to reflect here is, okay, do you want to follow a team? Maybe you may have some powers, some unique attributes where the ants are super strong, or would you rather be a spider? Climb, spider webs. You can go and travel places that no other insects can go, and you can really lay out traps and just wait. And you kind of play the role of the scavenger, but at least you have all these abilities to now help your family survive, right? And so I think connecting this now back into last week, as far as things I was able to take care of, some things you have to be an ant in order to work with other people, to make sure that everyone's safe, on track, has that same communication, is up to par with what has to be done. See, that's where being an ant is successful. Now with the spider, see, it's successful as far as, okay, if you have a solution that no one else can get to you in the moment to say, oh, I can get this, but now I have to probably get it right now, or else if I just start to share with others, hey, can I grab this before it goes away, before it just is purchased on the shelf, before someone else takes it, the spider has to be willing to take that gift right there off the shelf, so that way no one else can grab it without waiting for other people to respond. Because sometimes being a spider, you have to make a decision and do it for the good of the team. And remember, hey, as a spider, you have to survive and make sure that you don't lose the opportunity when it's presented there as well. Not to say the ant, from that perspective, you don't want to lose opportunities either, but as far as making sure the ways of surviving, to take care of tasks, to follow, okay, do I want to be the ant or the spider? Can we switch between those roles, vice versa? Do we like to prefer to be one? Whereas, okay, I would like to be contemplative most of the time. I like to work on a plan on my own, like to think, I like to have my space, so solitude. So that's where I like being a spider. I like to be alone, to think of what I can accomplish, what I want to focus on. But then when I want to be working with other people, that's where I have to turn into the ant mindset. I have to turn into following lines, seeing what others are doing, what's accomplished, what's not accomplished, what do we have to pitch into in order to make this project a success. And so when you're looking between ant mind, spider mind, what are your favorite ways of using those minds together as far as you being productive? And how are you going to use them today, even, in fact, start practicing a little to reflect, okay, there I was in ant mind, or now I was in spider mind, and now if I can get better and reflect on things I can accomplish, how can I use the different minds differently? as far as doing more things and becoming more successful personally. So that way I'm not so behind in other things and I can help other people. Just things to consider. But I've always wanted to do a video between the ant and the spider, those different kind of minds, and think, okay, how can I relate that to a video, maybe to counseling, just other things to consider. But I've always wanted to do this, so I feel good there. But I hope this video finds you well. Now I'm caught up with all the videos for the week. I'm on track. I hope these ones later in the week find you well. All right, everybody. Think of the mind you like when you work on projects, see how you can use them differently, and how to improve different areas of your life and push forward throughout the week working with other people. All right, everyone. Hope this one finds you well. Take care. Have a good one.